but let's stop guessing. Let's stop theorizing. Let's just find out. So into this second map of the series, Avangar on the T side start. We've got a kit smoke on Borb. We've got utility on Buster and Sanji, and in we go.
Yeah, it's like I often say, why think when you can do? And Avangar, by the way, awful way to live. Here's Sanji and Buster grabbing the utility here for the T side. And they do have someone peeking mid. Stown, he's going to get that information. And in response to this, Heroic, they had the boost up over here towards short. And that's going to provide almost Overwatch to these players that are getting set up now aggressively down towards short water. And at this point, if you're Heroic, you've seen players in mid. You haven't seen anything over towards B. They're anticipating this is the A play. And Avangar, they've just been stalling this out. They purposefully set up in middle just to get spotted by Stown. And now they've left after that peak comes in. You know how the CTs are going to play this pistol round if they're going for that mid peak. And so now the B play coming through. S-Tag up on the boost. He's really got to hit his shots here. Ooh. And now that they've spotted him, they've just got no choice but to dismantle that. The retake is on and it's 5v5.
And as soon as Avangar see the boost, they realize he can get aggressive. They know there's no one inside of the site, but S-Tag getting two. Kick it with a trade on the site, and now he's got to fall back. That bomb's planted for him, but Snappy comes in from the side, and Heroic are going to be able to pick up the pistol round after all. Defuse coming through, and that was a very hectic retake with all 5 players just pushing at the same time for the CT side, and that's what you like to see, not staggering out, just going as a unit. And pistol round taken. That's exactly what Heroic need in this series to start off. Avangar want both pistols back on train, despite Heroic getting a force buy upset, at least in the first half. And now Avangar, well, bomb planting the pistol, I wouldn't be surprised. They do love a force hit. So, you know, Krieg's round 2, always an option. And actually just one, and I kind of like that. Kick it going for a solo Krieg, everyone else on pistols. Buster has bought armor so he can pick up the Krieg, but he's also on a Glock for the time being, so kind of useless. I would like to see a pistol be given over to him, unless he is literally just waiting for Kicker to die. No, he's holding Glock armor alone on a B default. The rest of Avangar working out through mid. Sanji alone in the connector. S-Tag with a nice angle to watch this down. He's going to get peeked from 2 at once. Kicker getting spotted, and Borb getting aggressive. Oh, it's a slaughter. That Krieg has been dropped, and so has everyone else. Just this Glock armor, and it's like a pistol round all over again for Buster. Except he's up against rifles.
Pistol round 2. Bigger, better, and even more one-sided. Yeah, Glock armor Molotov. It's not the most conventional of buys. Ooh. Yeah, a bit unfortunate there. Heroic going to take the 2-0. They get that conversion. And should be another before we see an investment from Avangar. So Heroic at least padding things out here. And actually, no, they're going to go for it here and now. Obviously, only investing in that one rifle last time around. I was curious how they were going to divvy this up and if we were going to maybe see a partial buy. We've seen a few teams elect to do that, but they'll decide to take it here and now. This has left a lot of them without head armor, and being over on that T side, those M4s now, much more deadly. The UMPs, the MP9s, all can find a piece of the action. Thankfully, it's the Deeg and the AWP without head armor, so maybe not the end of the world. 3 players for Heroic aggressing down long. James is homed in on the angle in the meantime. That's at number 4 on the minimap. We might just see this fight go down. He's cleared middle with that jump spot. He needs to stick around a little bit longer to catch wind of this long aggression. Ooh. Timing's everything here. Adren in the meantime, getting in through short. Those players fall back from Heroic. I'm liking how dynamic we're seeing them be across the map. They hold short for a little while. And then when their utility starts to thin out, when they see that smoke falling connector, they decide it's best just to get out of there. They had the information for a while. This is a very weird round. Yeah. I do not know how this is going to play out. S-Tag is at least holding the toilets. Buster, I don't think he's going to be ready for that angle. Not one bit. And so now they've only seen one man at long. The pincer comes in. That's Cadian dropping Jame, and immediately we're thrown into this 3-on-5. That triple long play from Heroic is fantastic, and it's given them a huge advantage here. Adren even getting dropped over towards short, and now it's just Sanji and Kicker left.
Yeah, 20 seconds, gotta go and gotta die. Sanji getting dropped, kick it, same story. It's a flawless round, 5 alive for Heroic in number 3. Exactly the start they would have wanted here in this series as well. And that lack of head armor on James does come back to haunt him. He gets one shot by the MP9 from Cadian on the flank, so definitely not the best of rounds there for Avangar, not what they wanted in number 3, but Heroic had a very strong setup. And yeah, as you mentioned, important to see them bail from short as well. One of the dangers of taking that short position is that if you have only 2 players down on B, you can give up Monster. And if you're not watching it through the tunnel from the water, well, you know, Avangar can just walk into that B bomb site. So Heroic eventually conceding that, and at the right time, dealing with the last 2 players towards B and taking a third. Now just pistols for Avangar. Borup is here, and he's tucked in the corner as well, so Buster coming through, should not expect this, but oh, he's seen his barrel, and he knows, got him cornered, takes that frag. Now Avangar speeding up towards the B bomb site, down, spraying, gets a kill through the smoke. Last round he killed a Dren with like the 20th bullet of a Krieg spray. Got that control on lockdown. And 4-on-4 here in this round.
Yeah, the Krieg is just such an unreasonably powerful gun. And, I mean, that's great news for Heroic. They've got 2 of them over on the CT side, so they're feeling very, very happy about that. Avangar, 45 seconds, these slow rounds. Finally going to commit to the A plate, and 2 players here to hold it back and lock down this site. Cadian is one of them. Sees the leg, he sees there's players here. I don't know how that doesn't do damage, and that could be their undoing. They found S-Tag inside of the bomb site. If I'm Cadian, I'm punching the desk again, because I don't know how that wasn't a kill shot.
And this is going to fall apart now. 18 seconds, that bomb plant is coming in. The smoke is down. Heroic can't get aggressive, but James does, and Snappy will find him. Adren and Kicker trying to hold on to this round. They've got a close setup on Bank, but there's 2 CTs here. Cadian's waiting for the re-aggression. Kicker will give it to him, but he gets a kill onto Snappy. Follows up with a deagle, and that's guns dropped all over the place. Stown getting dinked immediately on the re-peak, and with both players in Bank and a truck plant, Stown, he can jump on that bomb, but they'll be able to chase him down to the ends of the earth. It's actually open. He can't get on it from the top of the truck, and that is very unfortunate. Tapping it to force a fight. They will run at him, but surely not. The time is so low, and Adren's finished him off. It's going to be the round going in the way of Avangar. Pistols on that A site, Harry, and it works out wonderfully. Now that Cadian shot, missing somehow, really comes back to haunt them.
I've never watched the play and felt genuinely bad for someone, but I still don't know how that didn't find at least some damage.
Yeah.
Just anything.
Just right between the fingers.
Yeah, it must have been. Lucky enough, whoever it was has a very wide grip. Or very small hands, perhaps.
Why not both?
Big grip, small hands.
Yeah, that's my album coming out next month. Pre-order it. No, my hands are actually freakishly large.
Yeah?
You know what they say about a man with big hands, Harry?
Yeah, go on.
Big gloves.
Yeah, I was about to, oh my God, I was about to say the same thing. We need to stop hanging out.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to go the other way, was I?
We need to stop hanging out so much.
I've been trying to do that for months. You should stop following me.
Stop coming to events with me then. This is a plea to any organisers watching.
When they stop paying me, I will, Harry. Kidding, I love this game. Adren dropping Stown in B. He's gone through Monster alone. He's got no support here, but oh, that molly leaving a bit of a gap to be desired. Adren doesn't care. He's going to bail anyway, getting out of that B site, and luckily so, because Borup just re-aggressed. Avangar should just take the advantage and fall on back. There's not much utility left for Heroic, and they can start to roam a little more freely in the map. Sanji is hiding in the corner, so if Borup gets aggressive on short, it will be to his demise. Deep smoke on A long will cut off S-Tag's information, and Sanji's actually killed Borup as well, aggressing. So there's that kill on B short. Avangar tempted maybe to go back in towards B, but they've got the A control now, and they've got Cadian, hook, line, and sinker. He fires off a shot, the trade is in, and the bomb can get retrieved by Jame and Co. S-Tag alone on the bomb site with no rotation in just yet. Snappy might need to run a little bit faster. 12 seconds. S-Tag, all he needs to do is kill Jame, and he can win the round, but he's been wrapped by Buster, and that's Avangar getting a plant, and Snappy in for the the save.
And it took them a little while, but, you know, it feels like Avangar now starting to find their footing. That pistol round, a real confidence boost. As they're able to win out the force, they immediately chain together one on the back of it. And in doing so, they've broken Heroic's money. They've set themselves up to equalize this game out here and now. Snappy, he'd love to get away with this M4, and he's done a good job of holding on to it thus far. If Avangar... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't imagine they send any more players on the hunt at this point. It doesn't really feel like it's going to be worth it for them. It will just be the eco with this one M4 to try and fight back. I mean, they could get a buy-in. It wouldn't be great. It would be 3 M4s, which is definitely workable. But I think if you're Heroic, you let this go 3-3 early. It's not the end of the world. You try and bring those AWPs in straight away. I mean, it's not like you found a bunch of kills in that round. It's not like you've got the option to reset Avangar, right? So they do just take a complete eco here, hoping that Snappy can get work done.
Heroic, they love their little nade stacks, and we've seen them do crazy things, you know, like throwing towards Monster or stopping an A-site plant from CT. I'm really giving a throwback, though. That was actually the NATO Sapphics Heroic back at Pro League Season 9. That was their debut in Leicester as well, but many months ago, Cadian getting dropped down on long. These nades on B won't really come to much of a close, but they can bring them back up towards this A site, and you can see Borup and S-Tag here with a boost as well. Snappy's in position. Ooh, he's fallen off. Jump back up. Doesn't want to get too exposed too long there, just holding the walkout, and this is a good angle. Will they have any flashes? No. Dren not seeing that player, and Borup taking him down with a nade. There's another one to follow. There's a low player at that position. Buster could fall to just a couple of measly shots, and Snappy will file them through him. 2 kills from the man himself on the site. James, all back in hand. He swapped to the pistol briefly, but that bomb's out in the open. The wallbang very, very close. He's waiting for his teammate to come and help out. Kicker is here, but they are not peeking him. They're waiting for contact to be made. He knows Snappy's still at this truck. And S-Tag ready to swing when shots are fired. Flashes through, Snappy's down. S-Tag going in. It's just pistols here, though, for Heroic. And Avangar in no rush to get this bomb plant. James swapped his AWP out for a Krieg to try and assist on top of the site. But his teammate's gone down. 1-on-1 for James. Walking through the smoke is S-Tag, but he won't commit. Gonna wait for the bomb plant. Gonna wait for the tap, and it's gone through. James sticking it, and he's gonna get shot in the face. S-Tag wins the round with the USP. And how on earth did Heroic get that done?
That is not a round that they had any business picking up. And I wonder what went so wrong there. Jamie, it almost felt like he started checking back towards the connector, started looking back behind him. I thought they figured out where both of these players were. But maybe anticipating the man from Dumpster had disappeared and gone for the bank push there. You see the monster smoke getting lined up by Snappy. That's going to go in to deny any early aggression towards this side of the map from Avangar. Cadian trying his hand at the mid-peak. Won't get rewarded for it. Avangar are going to be kicking themselves. That was their chance to tie this series up and bring us even closer, put their 3rd round on the board. But as always, this is a scrappy affair. Cadian and S-Tag playing the bait and switch.
Oh, no.
The timing. Oh, flash is good, though. Oh, but James better. Immediate trade found. And now the 4-on-4. Avangar, they'll be happy with that. They've recovered it well. Sanji's going to catch Borup as well. Looking away from that flashbang and trying to keep an eye on Monster. Stown is here, holding the angle. Little jiggles, little jiggly boy Sanji running back towards Monster. Stown leaves the short water. Snappy's now at this site alone, and Sanji finally finished off by Snappy. Still just toying with these players in the bomb site, and a Dren not able to find him. Snappy's still putting up numbers here. And for Avangar, they've backed out of B. They've left it. They've gone through water. It's back towards the A bomb site. Cadian's going to beat them there. This round is chaos.
Crazy rotation through Monster and out through B short, back into A. What a play from Avangar. And the shot missing with the AWP. Kicker going for the plant. James trying to cover him. Cadian has been very unfortunate with this AWP, but James is going to get caught. Kicker getting flanked. And the information not there. Miscommunication from the likes of Avangar clearly, as Kicker was not ready for that flank to come through. That's going to be Heroic in with another retake and yet another round. Really getting chaotic, but considering, you know, some of these kills coming through, like Sanji able to get Borup on short when Stown looks away, at, you know, Heroic still maintaining their composure despite these very unfortunate situations they're getting themselves into. And holding the lead now, Avangar, they are the ones having trouble getting these T-side rounds on the board for a change. It was Heroic back on train who just couldn't seem to get it done at times. Jame and Kickard on a buy, everyone else eco. It's a weird investment for Avangar, but they want something in this round. They don't want to give it away for free to Heroic. Dren clearing out connected very fast. Snappy's jump spotting. He sees some legs. Or are they hot dogs? I never know. Ooh. Rotate down towards B. Bit of a fake from Avangar, and it has drawn a hell of a lot of rotation. Only S-tag on that A site, and Cadian realizing there's not a single person in lower yet. He may as well go back up and assist his teammate, making sure there's no one on that plant spot just in case. And Avangar, I mean, they're barely up toilets just yet. They are taking their sweet, sweet time in this round. Smoke flash is all they have. Kickett's pushing a trend back, and he will jump on his head. What is this? Just trying to clear out the toilets, I guess. Smoke is down as well, so making sure that S-tag doesn't reaggress, but he can stay tucked behind the divider and probably not be seen. Kicker, ooh, very close. And if there was a player on the site, they could flash S-tag through, but Cadian's in the bank and he doesn't have one, so Smoke runs dry. Kicker gets the entry, and the push is on.
Yeah, Cadian trying to take up a defensive stance. He sees players getting close, going to drop that nade. Snappy, he's so blind. And now Cadian desperately trying to help out, desperately trying to find anything, but KitKat's not missing a beat. And it's Borup, the last man standing, locked out of the round. And Kicker, what an incredible display from him on that Krieg. One of the 2 rifles in that round, and he gets everything done with it.
I want everyone who's drinking right now to pour one out for your boy Cadian. He is getting wrecked, and it's not even his fault. In this round, James in toilets, right? Cadian's about to take a wide peek on the site with the AWP. He spots the players coming up short, and then James jiggles in toilets. He doesn't peek, he jiggles. Cadian, instead of taking the fight that probably would have killed Kicker and won Heroic the round, he looks back to kill James, expecting the wide peek. James just jiggles once, and then he just stops, and he just doesn't move, and waits there with the AK. Harry, you mentioned it being one of the 2 rifles. That second rifle doesn't even do anything. It just waits in toilets, and Cadian gets baited in, and Avangar kill him on the site. Unbelievable. Like, James, one of my favorite players to watch. Just so entertaining, and he fits well in this team. Kicker even better right now. He's just storming into this B bomb site, but Stown with a D, trying to keep it under question. Kicker getting tagged. Sanji's got to come in for an assistance, and it's just 2 CTs left. They're both on B, and Avangar know it. James cleared out that top site, and the bomb can come and join him.
Yeah, James saving right now. The bomb's heading over towards B, and he's already geared up for that. He's coming in on the big flank, and the Heaven play should solidify. Avangar, they just pump the brakes. They know that when James gets into Heaven, there's no way they lose this round, and he'll be able to deal with Snappy.
Ooh.
He's waiting to see if he can find them both, and he can't. So there's one, and now just down, found quickly and dealt with nicely by Sanji. Avangar 4-5. Very much back into the swing of things here. And I'm liking that we're not even seeing the AWP for the T side. Even though they reinvest in this round, there's a chance to bring one out. James is just opting for the rifles. And it does feel like since we've seen Avangar pick the pace up a little bit, they've been looking good. So maybe shying away from that AWP. Cadian's made the same decision. He's taken the rifle. And with some of the timings he's had, I can get behind that. He's been This is a very tilting game if you're Cadian. And
sure.
Can you blame the guy?
Ooh, Borup looked like he wanted to go for a spam there, but well, it would have landed some potential damage. He will not. Avangar might just speed the pace up into B. Smoke to go next to the pillar. Bomb site smoke as well for Avangar to allow for the plant. They could even go for it open. Sanji needs to check close, and he does. Oh, this guy's so good. He's going to jump into the pit. Almost follows up, but the spray isn't there, and Borup gets the advantage back. 4-on-4 as the bomb plant's in for Avangar, and they've got 2 players back on short to cut off S-Tag in the rotation. He'll get a Dren though. Trade is in onto Borup. Buster pushing the pit, and Kickit won't go back towards short. He's ditched that position. Cadian coming in from lower, and these T's are going to start to boost into heaven. With the open plant, this could be huge. Kickit's found Cadian on rotation, and now up in the heaven is James. He's going to be able to win this round if it gets close, but I don't think it will. Heroic already bailing for the save.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do there. Avangar, they made that decision out of spawn to go for the fast play. That's why they don't bring the AWP out. And I mean, it works perfectly. Tying this up 5-5. It looked like Heroic were off to a bounding start on this map, right? They get the pistol, they solidify that second. Things are looking good. They go 4-0 up. Things were all coming together for the Danes. And it's that one force buy round that Avangar were able to pick up that's just spurred them on to now tie things up 5-5. Tactical pause called in for Heroic. They're trying to mull this one over, trying to come to terms with exactly how this one has slipped through their fingers a little bit. And that's the thing. I mean, this stands to only get better for Avangar. They've already reached a 5-round T-side on Overpass on their opponent's map pick. Things are looking good. You know, you've got 5 rounds left to play. Heroic, they're feeling the burn. They're 0-1 down in this series. And Avangar, after winning that round, I'm imagining the economy of Heroic is in shreds, right? They were able to hold on to 2 rifles. Still not enough money for the buy, though. So,
Right.
yeah, this should be a 6-5. Then again, I said that last time, and they won it with 1 rifle and 4 USPs. So, anything is possible.
Anything is possible,
Yeah.
Aaron. That's the magic about Counter-Strike. Aggressive setup on Party for Snappy. He gets naded very, very heavily, down to 40 HP. Still holding this tight angle, and he's got support behind him, so he can try and take a peek into Playground, but nothing there. That smoke still being a bit of a problem, being a bit of a guise to Avangar's push up along, and no one is spotting this, Harry. Avangar have just got some of the most perfect reads, and Kickit, he has clearly seen something, or maybe not. Expecting Snappy to be in this corner, however. Will he continue to do so with Snappy dedicating for so long, man? Just not moving off this angle. Smoke in the toilets has a huge gap. And actually, this could be a problem. As Kickit tries to check Snappy, he might get killed by S-Tag. Yeah, that's going to be the case. Shot in the face, couldn't see a thing because of that missed smoke. But look at Avangar, they're on the A site, and they're all over it. They can just plant 4 CT and get aggressive. Cut off those B rotates, rather. Heroic trying to get back into this round. They are close on short. Sanji catching a rotate from Snappy, coming back from long. James jump spotting, not seeing anything. Borup is close as well. That smoke is going to create even more problems for Heroic, who are desperately looking for kills back into this round. Now remember, they don't have a kit as well. James on top of the boxes, still committing despite getting low. Sanji's going to defend him, and just kills coming through all over for Avangar. This round is done.
Man, these rounds, they feel like, you know, when the Tasmanian Devil just like winds up and he would collide with the, I don't remember the little running duck thing, Roadrunner, that's it. He would collide with him. They'd have like that big scrappy fight in amongst the smoke. Well, that's what it feels like this entire map is. I don't know how James doesn't die from getting up on top of those boxes. He was envisioned to everyone on Heroic, and his team just bail him out. They are like a whirlwind of death on this Avangar side. And they're showing no signs of slowing down. Heroic, they can at least take comfort in the fact they're going to have rifles back in their hands and AWP in Cadian's arms. Or hands, possibly. I don't know how he's holding it.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's missing his shots, right? If he's trying to pull the trigger with his elbow, might get in the way.
Well, you know, he promised to give this team an arm and a leg. maybe he was not kidding. Borup already at short, taking up this aggressive stance, but Sanji so quick.
Later.
And that's the thing, man. We were speaking about Avangar and how they seem to build upon this confidence, but give me a moment. S-Tag might have just taken all that confidence away. He's still going, and he's still killing. There's no stopping him. Triple kill in this round. The bomb out in the open. And now Kicker and James left wondering where it went oh so wrong.
Ooh, that smoke though. James ahead of it. Cadian could get caught coming down the connector.
Oh, my
and
word.
he does, Harry. The position from James is too good. And now Kickit going to come through the smoke, but there's 2 players in short, and they're watching for it as well. Smoke fades, and Kickit's watching for the right side, but S-Tag was already there. And man, S-Tag has just been a beast throughout this entire series.
Cadian is experiencing a little thing called Murphy's Law.
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah, and that's what it feels like for Cadian at this point in time.
Murphy's Law ain't something bad. It just means whatever can go wrong will go wrong.
That's
whatever can happen.
That's actually
will
not
happen.
that bad a Matthew McConaughey impression.
Give me a good quote.
I know, he says TARS a lot. In that.
Tars. Tars.
Oh,
I love that film.
it is a fantastic film. But let's see, Avangar trying to get us back on track. They might try a fast B play. They've taken connector control. They're not looking to repeat the same mistakes of last round. Molotov onto Borup. Is smoke. Took literally... oh, it missed. How did it miss? He dropped that in there. Borup is getting... I mean, all of Heroic. Has someone put like a pagan curse on them at this point in time?
Hey, at least they keep the B site right, but oh no, Adren, he is 1 step ahead, but he moves away, and actually so do they, so not a worry. For a second, that would have been a pick for Avangar into this B site. Borup has taken the AWP as he is tagged up. And Heroic are moving back to a very passive setup, a retake scenario. They've done well on those B retakes though, so it's not a huge worry, but having no one to stop Avangar from getting into this long position out monster could be a problem. They can duel Heaven with those Kriegs. They can cut off rotates. Down has jumped up on top of the site. Flash is really good, though. He is full white for 5 seconds. Got to wait that out. And he spotted players. He knows they're here, but he gets too eager. Jumps up. Kicker drops him. Snappy with a trade. He's going to try and get aggressive, but that smoke fades in the next 5 seconds or so. Kicker won't wait for it, and Borup gets dropped as well. Kicker is on another one. Trades are back in, though, and Heroic have suddenly made it into a 2-on-2. Cadian hitting the shot, and James trying to escape. And S-Tag coming from short. He tries to gain information, but gains little from that jump. Cadian backing up, and Kicker has taken this position, but a missed shot, and Kicker runs right through it, absolutely ducking between his legs. The bullet goes. S-Tag gonna molly off his rotate, but Buster's alone on the site, and S-Tag needs this kill. He's low on ammo. Pistol's out, tapping away, and Buster's dropped him from below. 7 rounds for Avangar and 4 kills for Kicker. This guy is not stopping. He wants the 2-0, Harry. He doesn't want that Inferno rematch at all.
Those odds still split right down the middle, but now leaning slightly in favor of Avangar. They're provided, of course, by the fabulous folk over at GG Bet, so be sure to check that out. But yeah, I mean, Heroic, I'm really hoping that Cadian can recover. Back in Pro League, he was instrumental to the success of this team when they topped Group C. He was the man putting up numbers. He had players alongside him. And it always feels like, and I think this is the case in a lot of his teams, if Cadian's having a good time, everyone's having a good time.
Yeah.
Well, right now, Cadian is having anything but a good time. We might be at a luxury resort in wonderful sunny Belek, but right now, he wants to be sleeping at home, mate. This is not a fun game of Counter-Strike for him. We've all had them. You know, when you're sat awake at night, you've already put 12 hours into the game, and you go, you know what? I'll do one more. You know, I'm all warmed up, and I'm winning this one. And then
Cadian just dropped his AWP.
Cadian.
Oh, that's okay. So he's through the decoy with his USP. It sounds like he's on a pistol, and he's picked it back up. It wasn't an AWP anyway. It was an M4. He's just faking it out with the decoy.
Oh, yeah, that's big brain. But
it won't really make much difference, really. And Buster's already got a kill into B, so...
Yeah, the problem with the big brains is it makes your heads that much easier to hit, and Stown finds that out the hard way. Plus 10 to intelligence, but plus 10 to physical head size as well.
Well, a slowdown for Avangar, and look at the health here for Heroic. Everyone tagged. I mean, on both sides, really. Utility is still decent for Heroic. They don't have flashbangs, but they got 3 smokes and a Molotov. However, not really that many choke points on that A site, and that seems to be where Avangar want to go. Back up the connector. Although I say that, Sanji is just relaxing for the time being. Adren clearing out any aggressive long players, and now Avangar going to start to move up. That bomb is still in con, so can go anywhere, really. It's going to depend on where these players work and what picks they get. Adren getting smoked off. No fear to go through it, though, and that could be a ballsy play. What an unbelievable move from Adren. That is crazy. I don't know how he gets away with a kill, but trade is in, and Heroic are rotating back towards A. They know it's the A site. Jane getting caught with the bomb. 18 seconds. They need that plant, and Cadian has conceded the site. Kicker moving in on truck. They didn't know that Avangar were already so deep, and Kicker needs to be careful, but he gets himself a second kill. Of course he does. He is non-stop rocking this game. It's Snappy alone, 1-on-2, just to try and keep the money alive for Heroic, but already, considering his entire team's dead, it's lost. He's got to salvage something, and Sanji will not let him. Avangar with an 8th round and no money for Heroic coming into the last round of the half. It does not get more dire than this.
And just what a recovery this will be for the Avangar squad, right? They were 4-2 down at one point in time, and since then, everything has come up Avangar. Kicker is playing out of his mind. He is looking so damn good with this Krieg. We haven't needed to see Adren. We haven't needed to see James because we've got
kills.
Kicker. Yeah.
Like,
Cadian's got the auto shotgun. Hang on, it's all changing. It's all changing in this round. Auto shotgun in play. And he's taking that towards the long for some reason. I thought he was gonna go to connector, but it's S-Tag here.
Oh, later.
S-Tag was here, and now connector control taken for Avangar. Cadian down on this long push, getting a lot of information, but it's a bit of a double-edged sword. That A-bomb site is empty right now. However, he's about to have players come his way, and this shotgun could do nothing for Heroic. Avangar, they're going to get this round, you would imagine. It's the 2 SMGs left for the Danes. Flank coming in from Stown. Snappy's got to try and hold this A-bomb site solo.
Yeah, and he's not even got the bomb site. He's in toilets. He's exposed. If Avangar don't make much noise, they can creep up on this site and just blindside him from long. Sanji going down towards B, getting dropped. But that might be misinformation here for Heroic, as it is going to be an A play. Snappy closing the distance. Now, they should plant for CT, considering they haven't cleared out short, but he'll just take the fight. And Adren has his bomb in hand. Jane going to save his teammate, though. Crucial kill to stop this round from getting out of control for Avangar. That UMP at close range can get messy. And now Stown, well, he's got to get his mop out and clean up the mess of this round in a 1-on-4. No kit, though, and time is evidently ticking away for Heroic. Avangar just a couple of shots away from a 9-6 T-side. So good on these terrorist halves, and they will not stop. James finishing off that round, and there it is. 9 rounds on the terrorist half. They had a similar performance back on train with 8, and they are looking to take this series in a 2-0. Can they do it? We'll have to wait and see. Join us after the break for the second half. 9-6 at the half. Avangar leading by a storm on Overpass. It may have been Heroic's map pick, but they are having trouble. The AWPs not really coming to life for either team, but while that is seeming to be a bit of a problem for the likes of Heroic, James not needed to step up. He's being absolutely stormed through by Kickert on the Krieg, and boy, is Kickert having the game of a lifetime right now. And I think Heroic on their last legs. If they don't win the pistol, Harry, there's a good chance this 2-0 is going to come through.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, we've got Avangar switching over onto the CT side now. And one of the things that's pretty scary is with how good Kickert's looked on the Krieg. If Heroic don't get this pistol and we see them go for a force buy like they did back on Train, you risk getting those Kriegs back into the hands of the man who's been creating so many problems. This is an interesting one from Avangar, by the way. All 5 players down at this B side of the map. Heroic, they're all at long. They are on polar opposite sides of the world right now. And Heroic, if they do the matchmaking classic of down through toilets toward B, they'll walk into this stack, but it's not that. It's so much more. Clean. It's the A play. Sanji, the man in rotation. Flashbangs go over. Everyone from Avangar trying to get in, but Sanji is so blind, not able to find anything. It's Cadian and Borup to open this round up. And now 3 versus 5 in the retake. Avangar on the back foot.
Yeah, how on earth do you get back into this round if you're Avangar? You likely don't. Not with that kill as well. Snappy has taken another man off of this retake. Jame waiting for repeats that won't come through. S-Tag just playing with his food. And Heroic have made a right meal of this round. It's going to be a 7th with not even a point of damage received. Those flashbangs were brutal. Sanji, he's waiting out that first flashbang. Looks like he's about to get a couple of kills, and then boom, another one comes in, full whites him once again. And Avangar, they have no stake in this round. Heroic are going to start things off, and this could be the comeback right now. T-side. The map pick of Heroic, they're going to be comfortable. They're going to be at least ready to frag. And hopefully if we can get the likes of Cadian and co stepping up, then Heroic will be back in this game. But well, with how Kickert's been performing, he's always going to be a question mark. Buying a Deagle around that saved armor, Jame on the CZ, and by and large an eco for Avangar.
Yeah, they've still put something into this round, and this could hamstring them buying in the next. So,
yeah, I think we see a third round, a 4th round buy rather, because Avangar want that AWP anyway. So, it would make way more sense. Although I say that Sanji dropped over the CZ to Jame, so like that could be hinting to AWP next round, maybe, but. Actually not going to have the loss bonus for it, so unless he either saves his armor or plays glass cannon, that's going to be up for question. I think Avangar is going to feel out this round, see how it goes, and we'll have to wait and see, Harry. But Heroic, they're not going to have any trouble dealing with these pistols. They're on 4 rifles. They are playing things safe as can be.
They really are. They're leaving no stone unturned as they aggress down through mid. So methodical in this approach. You can have all the methodology you want, though. That doesn't change that they will be walking into this stack. Although S-Tac and Borup, they've made quick work of it. Jay, this Cesian armor still in the toilets. Will they be ready for another man? Well, Borup is. And this round is over. Heroic 8-9. And, well, no money really to invest here for Avangar, but they go for it anyway. We're not going to see that AWP up. Instead, it's going to be a pretty weak rifle purchase here into this first buy from them.
They've got the round lead, right, just by a little bit, so it's justifiable there. But we'll see what they do with it, what the game plan is. Sanji's got the belt of utility behind that MP9, but no kit. That's going to be the big factor. If this bomb goes down, it's likely an immediate save for Avangar. Obviously, depending on the situation, Adren, he's getting aggressive. Now, while we had Kicker getting all these entries in the T side, that was great, but it did mean that, a couple of the players not really finding much success on the Avangar side of things. Not just Jane, but Adren as well. And now on the CT side, that matters more than ever. These guys need to step up. This could be the round 4, though. Buster's baiting them in connector. There's a man in the corner. That is Jane, waiting for the push up if Heroic give it to them. But coming out towards B short, and already a pick from S-Tag on middle that might tempt tempt Heroic up this stairwell, which is exactly what Avangar want, but not going to be the case. Kickett's given up behind them. Sanji now, no utility left on B. S-Tag spotting this re-peek from Buster as well. And they're going to start moving down the stairs. They're going to start trying to flank Heroics. Down getting dropped. Great position from Sanji with the off angle. And he can fall back into the site. Kickett now activating this flank. And there's a kill in the favor of Avangar. Heroic on the bomb site. But Buster getting dropped by S-Tag. Still lurking in the connector, cutting off these rotations.
And this B play is slowed down to a snail's pace. Sanji gets away with damage, but not the kill. Kickett's Krieg has been phenomenal. James dealt with the B-site play, but Kickett's getting wrapped from all sorts of angles, and somehow he doesn't get that kill. S-Tag, the walking dead. And I don't know, man. He's not going to face the... Well, he faces a similar fate to that show. He's died as well now. So Snappy, 1v2. Bomb's still ticking.
Okay.
Avangar on a timer. They've got to get on this soon. James, quick on the trigger. They'll lock in that round. And that's going to be a 10th on the board for Avangar. That rifle purchase where they didn't really have much heading into it actually finds a hell of a lot. They get a Krieg out of it.
Yeah, that wasn't even the setup. Heroic didn't even go into the setup that Avangar really were playing around on that site, right? They had one man on B, Sanji just kind of lurking, and heavy connector presence for Avangar. And it works out in both ways, right? Because if Heroic come up connected towards A, Avangar deal with them. And if Heroic go down connected towards B, Avangar flank them. So that there's two ways that a round can go, and both of them Avangar are pretty happy with. Obviously, if Heroic go long or mid or go for a monster rush, then that counters everything. But played right into the hands of Avangar's connector stack. Of course, Heroic will be able to buy once again, though, not a worry, as they hold default in round number 19. Avangar still leading, thanks to that previous round. Buster's taken B short now. He's got a smoke down. He's clearing everything, making sure that Heroic aren't going through it. And this position is just so valuable. We're seeing it be basically a mainstay of every CT side on this map. It's actually fallen off the railing now. I wonder if he'll go back up. So, ooh, that gets heard. Now Stown is heard in the connector. He's going to spam Buster. He heard him jump up on top of the railing. So, audio playing in both teams' hands. Buster, ooh, it's always so tempting to swing open that door, but you don't know how many more players there could be in position. Sanji spotting on A. He's going to fall back eventually. Heroic is starting to move up on this site.
Yeah, Smoke's getting lined up by Stown. Actually decides against it, and at Heroic, they might just go for the contact play here. S-Tag going to throw in a molly, and now they try and activate on the back of it. Sanji just hid in this smoke. Ooh. This is risky. S-Tag's gone by him. Kills have come in the meantime, and their attention's getting drawn away. Sanji springs the trap, but he's only good for one. Avangar, they've got Buster wrapping round. 15 seconds left on the clock. S-Tag putting in the numbers. Buster somehow able to win that fight there over Snappy. And now James over in the bank. Buster needs his help. S-Tag's been spotted and brought down low. James helped finish things off. And now it's Cadian, the man who has been struggling all game long. They don't know where he is, and the bomb is planted for him. Avangar, they've got a defuse kit on Buster, so they can afford to spend the extra few seconds looking for him here. If Buster taps on that bomb, he'll get found, but James immediately there, in with the trade. Gotta find the kit, and he's grabbed it. Defuse comes in.
He's got it.
And that's the 11th round for Avangar.
Oh, that looks scary for a sec. James jumped on that defuse before realizing, oh, I don't have 10 seconds. I need to find that kit very quickly in the smoke. And you could see that Avangar had no idea where Cadian was either. James goes back to check CT to make sure he's not being flanked. Buster's holding short to check for a toilets play. And it seemed like Avangar, of all the positions he could have been, they checked everything but long. And luckily enough, James is there to get the trade once Buster tapped that bomb. Avangar, they're doing this right now, and Heroic, I thought the T side would be, coming together sweetly, but these retakes have been really, really good for Avangar, back to back now. And even so, these rounds coming close. Not a lot of money being made for Avangar, and no AWP in this round. Double SMG. Scout up for Cadian. Heroic force buying into this one, but it's pretty decent. The exception of that Deagle. and a slight lack of utility, but not the end of the world. And you know Avangar's economy is on rocky road, so you want to try and break it while you still can before you let it build and then get a huge round advantage. Heroic pushed all the way up towards toilets. Another contact A play here, it seems. They might be able to throw in some smokes from Divider side. They're lining them up now, so James is alone. It's going to call for Sanji to try and help out. Almost had a great round in the previous in that smoke, but James getting tagged by the scout. He's down to 70, or down to 30 rather. STag getting tagged by Sanji, who falls back towards a truck, and James just trying to keep them at bay with utility.
Yeah, KitKat's already arrived on rotation, but he's only got that MP9 to work with. Heroic, this is by no means an undoable round. Double MP9 over on the truck, and they can try and play off of one another. They've dealt with Sanji. Will they know that KitKat's here? They've tried to play that bait and switch. Jame attempting to catch the timing on the long player. Instead, gets offered up an angle into mid. And Jame is saving the day. Cadian, 1 versus 3. Surely no chance for him here. Tagged up there on the initial peak of Jame, who somehow had so much impact for a man on 30 HP. And for Cadian, 10 seconds left. Does he hold on to the Krieg, or does he want to die to the time? And it looks like he does want to try his hand at this one. And now he's got to run.
Yeah.
And now if he dies after time, that is atrocious. So luckily, he's able to get away. Regardless, it's 12-8 in favor of Avangar. They're really setting themselves up well now, with Heroic deciding to invest in that one.
And you know, it's not the end of the world that Cadian saves there, but it's just another kind of notch on the tally here for Heroic of things that hasn't gone their way. Right now, Avangar have a huge lead, and Heroic have their money skew if they want to try and eco and build up cash, but Cadian's on a gun, and he's not going to be able to have money to play with in that next round when the rest of Heroic buy. So yeah, just little problems here for Heroic, and it's not even anyone's fault there. That's just how it goes sometimes. The Eagles out in round number 21, and Avangar just 4 away from this 2-0. Heroic took both pistols in this map, Harry. It was Avangar who took both in the previous, and well, it hasn't helped hasn't helped Heroic out. Oh, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, to be fair, that's
a difficult sentence right there. Buster's throwing his gun out the map. He needs to find another pretty quickly, but he has got it.
How is he still alive?
I really don't know.
Still doing it. Stow hasn't even seen anyone. I ain't even made noise, and he's dead. There you go. Oh, Avangar.
I thought that nade was going to rebound and hit Buster because he was 6 HP. If that nade doesn't go through the hole, Harry, ooh.
Threading the needle, man.
Yeah.
And that's what Buster's so good at. A 4K in that round. And that's the thing, man. We just have countless players stepping up again and again. We had a 3K from Jame in the round prior. We had 4 kills from Buster there. He doesn't let that Krieg do anything. In fact, he's actually able to hold on to it in this round. And that's the thing. You look at this over on the T side. They've amassed all these Kriegs every single time.
First AWP for Jame in this half as well. This could be something for Heroic, but not even getting seen. That's a nice little nade to do a bit of chip damage away. Smoke deep through the connector. James posted up on long here, but no one's going to be moving in. And I mean, Harry, the fact that Avangar are in this position without even having to, use the AWP on James is kind of scary, considering now it's finally coming out, and that's just oh no, the grenade and the spam. Oh, there's just no getting a break if you're Heroic. You're getting abused from all angles that don't even exist. But like I was saying, if the AWP's only just coming out now and you're already down 13-8, you've not even had to deal with what is arguably Avangar's biggest asset.
Well, let's see if Snappy's up to the challenge. He'll get bested. Kicker here as well to swing with Jame. Oh. That's a terrifying duo to run into. Kicker has just been a menace all game long. And now with that AWP in the hands of Jame, that's a scary situation to be in. Buster's flanked up through connector, and Avangar 14-8. A 3K from Kicker in that round. It has just been back-to-back multi-kills on the Avangar side.
I would hate to play against this team. Absolutely hate it.
I mean, I feel like I do play against some iteration of this squad every time I queue anything.
Yeah.
So
just the amount of unbelievable situations that they get away with is quite obscene. And it's so stylish while they do it as well. Another pause coming through from Heroic, 3rd of 4. But at this point, are you just delaying the inevitable?
The thing that I really love about Avangar is just how everyone always seems to be on the same page. Like, I very rarely see these guys even move their mouths, and yet when you watch them on the minimap, everything is so coordinated down to a T. You just think, like, how much effort they must put into making sure everyone knows the game plan ahead of time. Everyone knows what angles they're holding, what corners they're checking, and what portion of the map they're responsible for. And that's one of the things, you know, for Heroic, you're coming up against a hot-looking Avangar, and that's what we were saying back on Train. You are, in respects, a very new roster, at least in this iteration of it, right? So it's times like this where the cracks do kind of start to show for Heroic. There we go.
Ooh.
There's the nice find from Stown to open up this B site. The push coming in on the back of it. And Adren, well, he was insane back on Train. Here on Overpass, hasn't really had to step up yet, and this time's no exception. He's going to get shut down.
Oh.
Kick followed up onto, and it's only James left standing.
Save. It's James time, baby. Get out of there. 1.5 minutes on the clock, but he wants nothing to do with this. And Heroic are one step ahead. Look at Cadian. He's already up on long, Harry. He is here to put the final nail in the coffin for James. But luckily enough, James actually going in through toilets will avoid this play for the time being. That being said, Cadian is still lurking nearby. James is setting up for a flick shot. Of course. At 14-8, I don't blame you. And this will be a 9th now for Heroic. Finally, 1 conceded by Avangar. That's the first round Heroic have had since the pistol and the anti-eco that followed, where Avangar did eco with just a couple of upgraded pistols and armor. James, oh, for God's sake. How does he know that's coming? Did he hear the footsteps? I'm gonna hope he heard the footsteps of Cadian, but he snuck, as far as I'm aware. He snuck the whole way. Oh, dear.
Yeah, this is reminding me a lot of Train as well, right? Similar story where Heroic, they find their footing a bit and they start to build this confidence up, but it could just be too little too late, as it was back on the train yards earlier today. And once again, very similar situation. It's a stellar game from S-Tag. We're just lacking the other players around him. At least this buy from Avangar is a little bit broken, to say the very least. MP9 on Sanji. I mean, really, that's the only limitation. But Borup spotted the player at short there through the edge of that smoke. Buster toying with the idea of peeking. That flashbang's perfect. They know they've got Borup stuck there. Buster doesn't have a Molotov, but James does. And James holding down the connector. He's going to get pressured. Borup on a tear, continuing in towards B. And it's Borup with 3. Snappy on the pillar. He'll get shut down as well. Sanji, will they anticipate yet another man in this B bomb site? Will it matter? Because that bomb is all the way up through long now. And that A plant surely going to come in for Heroic.
Yeah, and this flank's being held as well. Borup is in Monster, or Snappy rather, ready and waiting with his second kill. Borup, what a 3k entry into that site as well. Perfect play onto James, who doesn't nail the shot as the connector door swings open for Heroic. If he gets that kill, maybe it opens up a window for Avangar, but instead he gets tagged and Borup is able to chase him down and finish off the kill. Stown coming out. Actually, no, sorry. James did hit the shot. He legged Stown coming out of connector and then got shot in the chest enough to slow him down on the retreat. Well, now, Harry, this game is suddenly up for question a little bit. Heroic on 10 and Avangar on an eco. 2 in a row from Heroic has put them in a prime position to keep this game going in a time where it felt like Avangar had just done everything but close it out. Oh, Sanji, no armor. Aim punches a cruel mistress there. Kick it with a Deeg on B, and Buster's land a shot as well. He's not finished off the kill though. Re-aggression from Adren, and it's going to be expected. The Eagle spamming away for Buster, not landing a thing, and he's just going to rotate back up towards A, but everyone from Heroic except S-Tag is down there, and the bomb as well. That rotate probably got heard because Buster made a lot of noise running up, and Kick going to sneak in, join in with that Krieg. Heroic, do they reconsider this round? Do they go back up towards A? If they do, they're going to be walking into the stack. They've slowed it right down just to hold for the time being, but Cadian's watching his back.
Buster took a footstep there. I wonder if S-Tag heard it. In the connector, he'll shut him down almost immediately. And now, spotting the player with the deagle that they know they had in that B-bomb site, they'll just move in on the back of it. Kicker, his position's unaccounted for, so Heroic being very methodical in this site take. They've cleared everything. They smoke off Heaven. They leave nothing to chance. And this will be an 11th round for the Danes. Avangar, at least holding on to the Krieg on the back of Kicker. It might not seem like much, but in this man's hands, that is one hell of a gift.
Yeah, considering some of the T-side entries he was able to muster into that B-bomb site. Well, really in both sites. Pretty ridiculous stuff. But Heroic won't be able to finish him off. No one close by. S-Tag is the closest man, and they're just clearing out toilets. So this will be a gun taken into round number 26. But Avangar are going to be able to buy up around it anyway. Oh, this is getting closer than I thought. They're right behind him. They're spamming him. Oh, Kicker gets away with a kill. But if he didn't re-peek there, he probably would have held onto that gun. Instead, he takes 1 for 1. But when you're saving, that's never really worth it. I guess he was realizing that, okay, chances are I'm going to get spammed. I think he would have survived because they can't see him under there. But maybe thinking, you know, I may as well take someone down with me. Jame on the AWP, and the buy is in here for Avangar. Do or die here as Heroic start to piece together a few rounds in a row to make this comeback happen. It's a three-round streak rather for Heroic as they set up towards B. No bomb, but they're going fast and furious. Buster's waiting on the close corner.
Yeah, lots of utility coming in. Flashbangs are good. Adren having to drop his Molotov. They've done a good job of wasting this utility down towards the B-bomb site. They throw in 1 Molotov and a flash, and on the back of that, they got rid of well, pretty much all of this utility down towards the B side of the map. The only man with any left is Kicker, and he's all the way down long. So if Avangar lose him, they've lost that entire belt of utility, and that's all they've got left in this round. However, yeah, he's starting to aggress, and Snappy's keeping an eye on that position. He's not going to fall prey to this flank from Kicker now. That's the Krieg dropped as well. That is such a huge kill to find. Kicker has made so many of these rounds look doable. So removing him sets Heroic up nicely.
But Jame is here. 35 seconds, and Heroic definitely going to be taking A right now. He needs to call for a rotation, but Sanji's going back down towards B. He needs to come up instead as these flashes start to fly through. 25, James spotted, and Stan with a crucial kill on that site. Already posted up on the angle, and that's the round. That's what Avangar trying to save now. And a free AWP being gifted over to Cadian. Will he take it? I don't know, but it's there if he wants it. Already, Heroic starting to spread out and look for these exit kills. Avangar running wild, running away. And maybe that third map that we, at one point, probably counted out is encroaching on us right here, right now. 4 in a row for Heroic. Ooh, that's a close spray. Borup looking to finish the kill. He's got Adren trapped, but jumping over, and he spots it, but it's too little too late. Adren gets out of the position, and now Sanji can guard him as well. So oh, that's sick. Only 1 survivor.
Yeah, that's lovely from Avangar. Honestly, I would almost love to see them just take an eco here.
See Kicker jump?
Yeah.
It's because he couldn't see Snappy, sorry. He was tucked in the corner on like Fountain on the left side, so he just didn't see him. It was never on his screen.
Here's the thing, Avangar looking like they're going to try and piece together another buy, and they can definitely bring one out, but I don't know if it's going to feature that AWP. I didn't actually see the money just then. I don't think it's going to by any stretch of my imagination. And Avangar using their first tactical pause thus far. You know, Heroic, the Danes are knocking on the door. And yeah, no, I like this investment. Yeah, so they've gone for the partial buy. They've still got weapons on pretty much everyone. James relegated down to a scout. But if he can find some damage for these rifles, these CZs, that AUG, to find some success with, then there's definitely a chance for Avangar.
Yeah, they got a lot of loss bonus as well, right? So it's not a worry for the time being. Back towards long goes Sanji. Kick it was here last round. Run boost is missed as they fall down the ramp. And Adren's ready with a Molotov in case the rush comes through. Not going to be the case. Heroic just holding outside of B for the time being. This has been a successful site for them to hit in the last couple of rounds. Sanji doing what Kika did in the previous, but hopefully he has a little more patience as Heroic. They're going to clear this. They're going to come and check it out. He might be able to dodge a flash as it will likely go over this position, but he's so close to the corner. Cadian, if he sticks his back to the wall, he might have the advantage. He checks it, and Cadian gets away with that kill. That's so huge for Heroic. Again, an advantage that cannot come traded. And Heroic read into this round very well. Avangar, they've been giving up a lot of picks with these solo positions. I'd love to see them play a little bit more buddy system.
Yeah, especially because, right, Kicker tries the long push in the round prior. You know Heroic are going to keep that in mind. And they just anticipate that close hold. They check it. And now, as you say, there was no chance to trade that. Avangar are just having to play very, very reactively, taking a gamble with this three-man stack over towards the B side of the map. Borup going through this smoke.
No. Bit early.
Yeah, that Molotov going in just a bit too soon, and that might have made all the difference. Adren, good for one, not able to follow up, but here's Buster doing damage. KitKat's turn to try his luck down in Monster, and that bomb is dropped 7 seconds. Heroic, they've got to get the kills or get the bomb. There's no time. KitKat's just got to stay alive, and he's done it. Map point, series point for Avangar, 15-12.
Oh my.
And a heartbreaking way to have this comeback elude Heroic. It slipped through their fingers, and now overtime is the best they can hope for here. 3 rounds away from it, a tactical pause called in. All is not lost though, with one man surviving in the form of Kicker. This buy comes through. Are they saying that? I mean, they've partially invested, right? Yeah. So that's not even true. I'm lying.
But what a play on B, that triple monster peak going one by one. Adren gets a kill, Buster gets a kill, Kicker gets a kill, and then you go. The bomb is gone, and Heroic lose every player down on Monster. S-Tag, you got to give it to him. He really tried his heart out there, getting Jame on the site, and then even, fighting Kicker in the final 2 seconds. There was a chance. He hits an immediate headshot, he wins that round, but otherwise Kicker takes him down, and that's exactly what happened. You would put your money on Kicker every time on 28 kills right now. Although S-Tag just sitting behind at 24. Those are the top 2 in the server. Dear, oh dear, what a round for Avangar. And it was strenuous. It took a while. 4 in a row for Heroic before Avangar finally break the curse, but they're back on with the AWP. That or peeking mid. Jame going to have to back up. Avangar not going for any kind of crazy long setup this time. Again, the 3-man B play. Jame waiting in mid. Borup hoping for a pick to come his way, but Avangar just not giving a peek down Monster side. Jame going to back all the way up and play safely inside the site. We've seen these contact A plays from Heroic before, though, where they creep up and just smoke from Divider. But that's seemingly with Jame's most dangerous. However, the flashbangs for Heroic on A have been unbelievably good, and that has made it very hard to hold for the likes of Sanji and Co. But for now, it is Kickard and Jame on that top side, and Sanji coming in as a third man to support.
Oh, they quickly throw this boost in. They get Jame up and above these smokes that have gone down. Lucky enough for Heroic, no one pushing this short side. I like this, by the way. This was by design for Avangar. They threw that smoke down to the Divider in response to that offensive smoke coming in, and then they boost over. You know, that boost, not perfect. You can be seen, but that smoke going down on short, they're hoping that Heroic just go running through it, right? Running through because their own offensive smokes have gone down. And from atop the boost, Jame could have found an opener. Now, it doesn't happen. We don't get to see it come through.
Oh, no.
Instead, Stown opening this round up. Rotations are in for Avangar. Buster, the last man to join the party. He's on his way up now. 3 players here for this CT side. Stown continuing his good form. Cadian able to best Jame. Doesn't want to re-peek into Sanji.
No.
He's given that up. And now 2-on-3 in the retake. It's not impossible, but it's not easy either for Avangar.
Yeah, Borub's still on the site, and Stan's covering his back as well. This is going to be so hard for Buster. How does he isolate the fight? He doesn't. He gets immediately shot. Dink on the first, and then taken down. Heroic will find their round. Cadian getting a crucial kill onto Jane with the AWP, and that will be Heroic with another contact A play working out well. That re-aggression from Kicker, I admire the confidence and the balls on his play, but at this point, you know, another early pick given away to Heroic as Kickett pushes through flower beds right as Heroic go for the execute. If he plays truck, if he plays inside of the site with his team, they had 4 on A, Harry. They surely win that round. But now Avangar, they are facing a potential overtime game here. They're going to have 1 buy left. James gone for the AWP in an eco. What a huge purchase. And they're already wrapping Playground. He's going to get a tag, no kill, got to run as they're chasing him down from the party. S-Tag moving in. And this is a huge investment as well from Jame, because he's not going to have that in the next round. Actually, I mean, Sanji can drop it over, really. So it will be potentially in play for Avangar, depending on how they decide to split their money. But even so, this is pistols and a solo AWP and a heavy B setup. Jame doesn't know that S-Tag is walking out, and he's waiting for a flashbang deep on long that never came through. That's the AWP gone, and that's the A site rumbled.
Borup even finding Kicker. That Deegan armor really doesn't do anything there for Avangar.
What?
Buster's able to fly out, and honestly, it's pretty important that they hold on to this AK. You know, any weapons they can get away with are so valuable to Avangar heading into round number 30. If they hold on to this, at least they've got 4 rifles in this coming round.
Smart play to throw the AWP out the map. Heroic aren't interested in hunting. They do not care what Avangar have. They'd rather focus on keeping the money for the last round of the map, or at least of regulation. I say the map, that assumes Avangar are going to win, and at this point that cannot be assumed. The money is just not there, at least not fully. Luckily that safe gun gives Kickett something, and that, like you said, is so important. Sanji has 6.2k as well, so that AWP can be dropped over, and hopefully will be. But Avangar, it's all to play for here. Round number 30. This was a 14-8 lead. You've got to give it to Heroic for pulling this back. It's been a team effort along the way. Everyone having their moments. Whereas the first half, which felt so much like just Kickett getting 3 entries into B and the rest of his team cleaning up the mess. Well, that is a long time ago. Last pause for Heroic.
And that's the thing. I mean, the Danes, they've done such a stellar job of getting back into the swing of this. It's really been spurred on with these strong performances from Snappy and Borup. And even Stan, you know, rising to the occasion in that last round, getting 2 of those entry kills into that A site. Jame, he's got this AWP. They're trying to assemble the boost over in mid. S-Tag jump peeking. I wonder if he's caught wind of that boost. He jump peeks from the slide.
Even if he has, not much he can do, because already Avangar have fallen back towards toilet. A safe play and a good decision as well. Sanji always plays this off angle on B short, even with an SMG at times. Heroic, will they expect it? Will they even go there? Because they're walking back up connector for the time being with that bomb coming through middle. This A site has been so good for them in the last few rounds to get them to this position, but will it put them off at the worst possible moment? Kick it on rotation back up to join Jame. Smoke's going in. Buster's joining as well. Avangar. Oh, they are realizing what's about to unfold here on that A site. They can't overly rotate, overly dedicate towards A in case Heroic go down that connector. There's still plenty of time for that, but re-aggression, reposition from Kickett, and he's going to go right back in for the fight.
Yeah, he's gone past the toilet player, though. If he peeks the divider, he runs the risk of getting sandwiched. Him and James.
Oh, no.
This could either be phenomenal or the thing that tears this round apart. And Stound's going to get that trade immediately. He hears the scope on James. James will drop him. Another wrap coming in from Borup late through the connector, but James is hidden from this angle for the time being. Adren gets taken down. 10 seconds. James, here's the footsteps, tries to deny the bomb, and it's close, but no cigar. And now only Sanji left standing. 5 seconds, that bomb is going to go down just in the nick of time. And Sanji, he falls as well. We're heading to overtime. 15-15. We go the full 30 rounds, and now we wipe the slate clean. Heroic, they've recovered. They're back on their feet. These Danes are not staying down for long. They're looking to take us the distance. They're looking to get us to Inferno.
And they just might, Harry, after this comeback. How are Avangar going to be feeling? We talk about mental state with Heroic after, you know, the first map and even the first half of this game, but now it's going to be completely flipped. They are feeling pumped. I heard yelling as that 15th round came in, and I can only imagine that was coming through from Heroic. Kicker, he tries his damn best. James as well in the toilets, getting some kills with that AWP, but it's just not enough to stop that bomb from going down with a second remaining. Oh God, this is the craziest game I've seen in some time. Double AWP now for Avangar in overtime. It's 16k MR3. First to 19 here wins the map, and it's through Monster. It's through the smoke. Oh dear, we've not seen a play like this all half long for Heroic, and they run right in with a kill. Trade is there though. S-Tag keeping things in the 4-on-4 after Adren gets dropped, and James tries to re-aggress on short, but Heroic aren't committing. They double back, and they deal with that AWP flank. Now Avangar bailing from the B bomb site, going back towards top side as Buster holds on to Monster. But Borup is already out. Borup is already in B. He's going to decide to come back, and he should get cut off by Buster's AWP. Oh, no. Oh, yes. A leg. Surely not. Yeah.
A little bit optimistic there. Minute left, though, and we're down into the 4-on-3. The dregs of this round. Kicker trying to get down towards the rock, and he's here all alone. Sanji's nowhere nearby, won't be able to help with flashbangs, and this means Kicker's just got to win all these fights. Luckily, he's won 2, and now with Sanji in this long corner, this could be huge. Whether or not Heroic see this coming, I don't think they will. Sanji, he could have this round dead to rights. S-Tag in with the jump peek, and he does not expect Sanji here. Avangar, they'll get the first round in overtime. 16-15. Let's not forget, 19 is that magic number that we are looking for. And these double AWPs continuing to come into effect for Avangar.
Yeah, I love that re-aggression on long. That's so smart. You know, Heroic, they've seen players down on B. They think there's going to be a heavy B stack, but because of Avangar's instant rotation upon, you know, realizing that James was dead and that Heroic were going back, they decide to re-aggress in positions that Heroic don't think Avangar are going to be in so late in the round. Boost up. We saw this earlier. Oh, James just about missing that shot into the head of Acadian. And he's going to get taken down through the smoke on retreat. That is not a good start for Avangar once again, as the man advantage is found by Heroic. Buster's got his own AWP though, and he's holding it on short, not for long. Borup's found the kill, and Heroic have got themselves a 2-man advantage in round number 2.
Yeah, this is the Heroic we wanted to see. This is the Heroic that made this comeback look doable. Grouped up outside of the B site with just 2 players here on A to keep the pressure on Kicker. Avangar, they haven't over-rotated. They've kept this double hold of Adren and Sanji down towards that B side of the map, and that is the right decision to make. Sanji's even got a smoke. He's going to throw that into Monster. Ooh. And that, you know, with 45 seconds left on the clock, could actually be pretty devastating for Heroic. They try and go through, and they go to their demise. Kicker has to begin his rotation down now. Adren's just on 3 points of health, and Cadian running up towards A with this bomb, but Kicker is 1 step ahead, already inside of the site. Cadian, knife out, not ready for Kicker to be so close. And a 17th round for Avangar. They now chain together 2. they might just go flawless on this CT side after it went oh so wrong in the last in the last 8 rounds. They lose 7. They only managed to get 1 on this CT side, and now they come into overtime. They get 2 out of 3 and a third, not feeling terribly unrealistic either.
Yeah, double AWP again for Avangar. The money has been fine with them winning all these rounds, and James got to go back in for this mid-peak. Flash does come through. He'll go after the fact. Oh, Borup. He wanted to go quickly into B, but that molly there for a second, and the nade follows. That's so sick. Down to 45 already. He's holding for this off angle that Sanji likes to take. The Buster's going to move in instead, and he's got the kill. Nails it in the first shot. Man up, and man up again. Buster re-aggressing for a second. Avangar are going to take B short. They've got info, and they've got a 5-on-3.
Cadian, Snappy, and S-Tag, the 3 players to try and deny the flawless half the way of Avangar. Ooh. Snappy at least dealing with Sanji down in the connector. A kill that Avangar did not need to give away. He tries to go for the information play there and gets punished for it. And now on the back of getting that kill, Heroic, they might even be tempted to go down through the connector, and that looks to be the decision. However, re-aggression from Kicker and Jame will leave Avangar 1 step ahead. Cadian, he's communicated that this site is clear. Jame was seen, but that might just be the bait to allow Kicker to come into effect, and he gets both players. Cadian alone will deal with the player in the site, but he's got Jame and Kicker still to find. 30 seconds to get that bomb planted, and Kicker's gone ahead of the Molotov.
Oh,
Cadian, missed shot, somehow still alive. This is the longest fight ever, and eventually someone has to win. It could be anyone. Cadian, 15 points of health, jumping, bounding round the corner, and James shuts him out of the round. Avangar 18-15. 1 round is all that is required once again. They're at match and series point, but they've been here before.
Yeah, it's not helped them in the past, Harry, and Heroic have managed to pull that comeback to overtime. But, I mean, that play from Kicker, that is just an example of how aggressive he's been all map long. Just the push with that pistol and gets in the face of Cadian there with the USP. Does fall, but at that point it doesn't matter. He knows he's got teammates to trade. 34 kills on Kicker. What an unbelievable game from the young player. Sanji as well, just behind him at 23. I mean, not just behind him, but looking damn good as well. And will it feel like all of S-Tag's efforts have gone in vain? It's 18-15. It's 1 round for Avangar on this T side. And if we cast our mind back, Harry, to 20, 30 rounds ago, Avangar got 9 rounds on the T side initially. So they are more than prepared to be able to get 1 out of 3. Triple AWP for Heroic. Screw it at this point. Anything to keep them in this matchup, to keep Inferno on the horizon, on the cards. Adren, though, he's walking into a double setup. The AWP is here. Oh, he dodges it. Borup getting the kill, though. The re-aggression does not work, but Kicker and Buster able to get that next kill. It's actually just Buster. Kicker just lays down that covering fire, so Avangar back into a 4-on-4. Not the worst situation to be in. A boost coming up, but will Heroic expect this? Buster's just in position to hold, I guess, waiting for maybe a teammate later to get on his head, or trying to avoid the potential spam through the wall. That grenade does land close, but he is just fine. Ooh. Info for Snappy, but maybe misinformation. He realizes that B short is quote-unquote clear, but Heroic, they've got to deal with the B play regardless. Avangar have everyone outside of the site. Sanji checking spawn, but this should go down towards B. Surely he's not going to go back through T-spawn on his own with the bomb. That would be a big risk. Luckily, no one there for Heroic to capitalize, but Sanji clearing out all of this map and going back up towards A.
35 seconds, Avangar. They've got to pick up the pace. They start to hit B, but that bomb is still back in party. And it's going to try and wrap into the A site by the looks of things. This has all gotten a little bit convoluted from Avangar.
And now Heroic are going to start to rotate players back up. They might beat the bomb. No, surely not. Sanji's going to be there in time. S-Tag needs to be cut off by Jame if they want any chance of winning this round. And Kicker's still selling the B-fake. 9 seconds. A kill in mid. Kicker running away. He can still come and join his teammates on this post part on A. What a masterful round for Avangar. They've fully baited Heroic into the wrong side of the map, but the retake is still on. It's not done just yet for Avangar. They've still got the hardest part of the round to do. Jame up on long, coming late to watch this cross. Sanji, he's dedicated. He's committed. planted, and they can check his position, but he's got a kill. Jay missing a shot, Cadian coming back in, but James found him as well, and this might just be done. It's Snappy alone, 1-on-2, and he can't do it. James shut it down, and Avangar will win this matchup, 19-15. What a ridiculously ballsy call to make in the first round of their T-side on overtime, but it works out, Harry, and it works wonderfully.
It almost feels like it shouldn't as well, but it does. And James, a stellar stuff at the end, especially when you consider he's coming in on that long rotation. The bomb isn't even planted for him. So the fact that he's still able to find all of those kills makes that round doable for Avangar. And they take this a dominant 2-0. Sure, Overpass gets a little bit close towards the end. It gets a little bit heated, but I still think they're going to be happy with these results. Right? I think out of all the draws thus far, this is